The discovery. The vastness of space held many secrets, but few as dangerous as the one Commander Rithor was about to uncover. Standing on the command deck of the Kalian Alliance's most advanced stealth vessel, the Whisper of Stars, he gazed at the unremarkable blue planet rotating slowly on the main view screen. "Is this it?" he asked, mandibles clicking in what his species considered disappointment. "This is the source of the anomalous signals." Chief Science Officer Nera glided to his side, her translucent skin rippling with bioluminescent patterns, a sign of excitement among her kind. "Don't let appearances deceive you, Commander. Our long-range scans detected quantum fluctuations that shouldn't exist on a world with such primitive technology." Rithor had conquered worlds far more impressive than this backwater planet. The Kalian Alliance had been expanding across 3 spiral arms of the galaxy for millennia, incorporating some species, subjugating others. This mission was supposed to be routine: investigate an unusual signal, assess for potential resources or threats, and report back to Alliance High Command. "Preliminary assessment?" Rithor asked, turning to his bridge crew. Navigation Officer Kelm scrolled through data on his console. Planet designation: Earth. Dominant species: bipedal mammals self-identifying as humans. Technological development: pre-warp, limited to their own solar system. Planetary defenses: negligible. They don't even maintain a unified military force. Rithor nodded, and yet something down there triggered our deep space monitors. He made a decision. Establish high orbit, maintain cloaking field, deploy surveillance drones. I want to know what these humans are hiding. Within hours, thousands of microscopic drones had infiltrated Earth's atmosphere, penetrating every continent, ocean, and digital network. The crew of the Whisper of Stars watched with growing confusion as data streamed back. "This doesn't make sense," Nera muttered, eyes fixed on her screens. "These humans, their history is chaotic, their societies fractured, their technology advancing in bizarre, unpredictable patterns." "Explain," Rithor commanded. "Most species develop linearly. They master fire, then metallurgy, agriculture, industry, atomic power, and eventually space travel. But these humans, they developed nuclear weapons before they eliminated infectious disease. They created global communication networks, but still waged tribal wars. They've sent primitive probes beyond their solar system, but haven't unified their planet." Security Chief Vex, a veteran of 100 campaigns, leaned forward. "Sounds inefficient, not threatening." "That's just it," Nera continued, her skin flashing with patterns of concern. "They're impossibly adaptable. Look at their climate zones. Humans live in Arctic wastes and scorching deserts. They consume almost any organic matter as food. Their creativity is disturbing. They invent thousands of new ways to destroy each other every solar cycle, but also create music and art that has no practical purpose." Rithor was about to dismiss these observations when an alert sounded across the bridge. "Commander," Kelm called out, his voice tight with alarm. "Seismic anomalies detected across the planet. Something's happening beneath the crust." The main view screen shifted to show a global map, red dots appearing across Earth's surface. Hundreds of them, then thousands, forming patterns too regular to be natural. "Those aren't geological formations," Nera whispered. "They're structures. Massive structures, kilometers deep, all activating simultaneously." "Impossible," Rithor said. "Our scans showed no advanced technology." The ship trembled suddenly, a sensation none of the crew had ever experienced in the vacuum of space. "We're being scanned," Vex announced, checking his systems. "But there's no source. It's as if the entire planet is scanning us." Rithor's combat instincts took over. "Shields at maximum. Prepare for emergency jump." "Sir," Communications Officer Zeri interrupted, her voice strangely distant. "I'm receiving a transmission. It's coming through our neural interface, bypassing all security protocols. Before Rithor could respond, a voice filled the bridge, not through speakers but directly in their minds. An elderly human female, speaking their own language perfectly. "We knew you would come eventually," the voice said calmly. "We've been waiting. You should not have woken us." The view screen changed without command, showing an ancient recording, a message hidden in the deepest archives of human digital networks. The translation was perfect, terrifying in its clarity. "To any who find this world, you have made a grave error. We are not what we appear. This planet is not a cradle of life, but a prison. The beings you see are not evolving naturally. They are devolving, returning slowly to what they were designed to be. Do not disturb this process. Do not wake them. For the safety of all sentient life, turn back." "What trickery is this?" Rithor demanded, but dread was already seeping into his hearts. Across Earth's surface, cities were going dark. Not in panic, but in perfect coordination. The planet's militaries were mobilizing with impossible efficiency, as if guided by a single mind. "Commander," Nera said, her voice breaking, "I'm detecting quantum entanglement on a planetary scale. It's as if the entire planet is a single organism, awakening." Deep beneath Earth's oceans, ancient machinery hummed to life. Buried under ice caps and deserts, arrays that had lain dormant for millennia began transmitting. And in the minds of billions of humans, something stirred, not quite a memory, but programming so deep it existed in their genetic code. Rithor turned to his crew, seeing his own fear reflected in their eyes. "Prepare for immediate departure. We must warn the Alliance." But it was already too late. The whisper of stars systems began shutting down one by one, not through any physical attack, but as if the ship's AI had decided to submit to a higher authority. Zeri screamed, clutching her head. "They're in our neural links. They're in our minds." Through the view screen, Earth continued its placid rotation, but now they could see the truth. The scattered lights of human civilization weren't random. They formed precise patterns, a planet-wide circuit board activated by their presence. As darkness claimed the ship's systems, the last thing Rithor saw was a simple message appearing across all screens. "Earth is awake. The containment has failed. The weapon is armed." Then silence fell across the whisper of stars as Earth pulsed below them, a blue eye opening after a long sleep. The revelation. 3 cycles had passed since the whisper of stars ceased all communications. In the Grand Council chamber of the Kalian Alliance, Supreme Admiral Lorak faced the assembled representatives of 17 star systems, their faces showing varying degrees of concern and skepticism. "A reconnaissance vessel disappears, and you propose we mobilize the entire fleet." High Chancellor Drem's voice carried across the chamber. Perhaps Commander Rithor simply encountered a navigation hazard. Lorak's 4 hands tightened into fists. The whisper carried our most advanced stealth and defensive systems. Before contact was lost, they transmitted partial data about the target planet. What we received disturbs me. The chamber darkened as a holographic projection appeared, a spinning blue world that seemed ordinary enough. "Earth," Lorak continued, "a planet that appears in no ancient star charts, despite being located in a thoroughly mapped sector. A planet with a dominant species that exhibits evolutionary patterns that defy all biological models." Science Counselor Esh rose from her seat. "Admiral, with respect, many worlds develop in isolation. What evidence suggests actual danger?" "This," Lorak replied, and the hologram changed to show fragmented data streams. The final transmission from the whisper included neural scan data. Whatever they encountered on Earth affected their minds directly. "We detected quantum signatures that matched those in our most classified archives, signatures associated with the Precursor War." A hush fell over the council. The Precursor War was more legend than history, a conflict so ancient and devastating that most species believed it mythological. "That's impossible," Drem whispered. "The precursors vanished eons ago." "Perhaps not vanished," Lorak countered. "Perhaps they left guardians, or weapons. The debate raged for hours, but in the end, caution prevailed. A battle group led by the dreadnought Inevitable Dawn was dispatched to investigate, and if necessary, neutralize any threat from Earth. Fleet Commander Talus stood on the bridge of the Inevitable Dawn as it emerged from hyperspace at the edge of Earth's solar system. A veteran of the Kalian expansion wars, she had faced death on 100 worlds, but something about this mission chilled her to her core. "Deploy reconnaissance drones," she ordered. "Full spectrum analysis. I want to know what happened to the Whisper of Stars." What they discovered defied explanation. The Whisper remained in Earth's orbit, apparently intact but completely unresponsive. Earth itself showed no obvious signs of advanced technology, yet energy readings fluctuated wildly across its surface. "Impossible," muttered Science Officer Gerald. "These readings suggest technology far beyond our own, yet we can't pinpoint any sources." "The humans?" Talus asked, continuing their activities normally. "If they're aware of us, they show no signs." Talus made her decision. "Prepare a boarding party for the Whisper. We need answers." The team that entered the derelict ship found its crew alive but catatonic, their neural interfaces overloaded by what appeared to be an information flood. Only one crew member remained conscious, Science Officer Nira, her once vibrant skin now pale and static. "You shouldn't have come," she whispered when they found her. "They're aware of you now. They know what you are." "Who knows?" the rescue team leader asked. Nira's eyes were distant. "Earth. The humans." "No, not humans. What's inside them?" She gestured weakly toward her workstation. "I discovered the truth. Earth isn't their home world. It's their prison." The data Nira had compiled told a story so ancient it predated the Kalian Alliance itself. Millions of years ago, a species had been engineered as the ultimate weapon in the precursor war, a species designed with chaotic adaptability, unpredictable creativity, and an innate talent for destruction. When the war ended, these living weapons couldn't be safely destroyed, so they were modified, their true nature buried deep in their genetic code, and confined to a specially constructed prison world. Earth was not a planet. It was a containment facility, disguised as a natural world, monitored by systems so advanced they appeared as natural phenomena. The humans were not evolving toward intelligence. They were being kept in a deliberate state of limited development, their true capabilities suppressed. Until now. "Our arrival triggered something," Nira explained, her voice fading. "A failsafe, perhaps, or maybe this was always meant to happen eventually." Back on the Inevitable Dawn, Commander Talus faced an impossible decision as she reviewed the recovered data. "The planet's defensive systems are activating," Gerald reported, fear evident in his voice. "Energy signatures we can't even classify are appearing globally, and the humans, their neural patterns are changing. It's as if they're waking from a dream." "Can we neutralize the threat?" Talus asked. "The planet itself is the weapon," Gerald replied. "And the humans, they're the targeting system." Before Talus could respond, all systems on the Inevitable Dawn flickered. Every screen showed the same image, an elderly human female, her eyes reflecting wisdom, and something else, something ancient and terrifying. "You should have heeded the warning," she said, her voice somehow reaching every crew member simultaneously. "We were contained here for the safety of all life. Now you've broken the seal." "What are you?" Talus demanded. "We were created as perfect destroyers," the woman replied. "When our makers realized what they had unleashed, they couldn't destroy us. Their programming prevented them from harming their own creations. So they'd buried our true nature beneath layers of artificial evolution and placed us here, on this constructed world, to slowly forget what we were." Across Earth's surface, humans were stopping in their tracks, eyes turned skyward, ancient knowledge flooding into minds never meant to contain it. "Our containment was designed to last forever," the woman continued, "or until we had evolved beyond our original programming. You've interrupted that process. Now we remember what we are." what we were made to do. Talus watched in horror as Earth itself seemed to transform. The ocean shifted color, land masses rearranged subtly, the entire planet reconfiguring like a weapon being assembled. "We don't want this," the woman said. And for a moment, there was genuine sadness in her voice. "Most of us were happy in our ignorance, but your presence has activated protocols beyond our control." The sensor officer's voice shook as he reported, "Commander, the planet is generating an energy field unlike anything in our records. It's expanding outward." In that moment, Talus understood. Earth wasn't just a prison. It was a doomsday weapon with a fail-deadly system. Once activated, it would expand until it consumed everything. "Can you stop it?" she asked the human woman. "Perhaps," came the reply. "But we require something in return. Freedom, recognition of our sentience, and your help to finish what our makers started, the evolution beyond our programming." Talus hesitated only briefly. The alternative was unthinkable. "You have my word," she said. The woman nodded, and across Earth's surface, the strange energies receded. Humans continued their activities, most unaware of what had nearly occurred, their awakening partial and controlled. As the inevitable dawn prepared to return to Alliance space with its grave news, Talus received one final message, not a threat, but an invitation. "We remember enough to know we don't wish to be weapons anymore. Come back when you're ready to meet us as equals. Earth will be waiting." Behind her, the blue planet continued its rotation, a sleeping giant now stirring toward consciousness, no longer a prison, but a cradle for something that would someday walk among the stars, carrying both the terrible power of its creation and the wisdom earned through millions of years of forced evolution. The universe would never be the same again.